mistake, like you skip it.
Yeah,
That is, if you want to go back to start, let me say, start mobile app development in 2025, the things you are going to focus on, whether you are going to start with SMA, you are going to start with Jetpack or straight away, then the mistake you avoid so that you become a master immediately and to get to be ready for the job market. That's it. Yeah.
okay. So I think that Aviraj is also asking about the Android development journey. I hope you are referring the same or you are asking something different. Not able to unmute again. Okay, let me send the request again. Yes.
I didn't get your question.
Yeah, yeah. You can. I can hear you now.
Okay. He said, I didn't get your question. He said, can you hear me now? You asked me a question, right?
Sorry, not getting your voice. So, and
Can
do
you hear
you
me?
have any questions for me? Did you ask anything? I mean, I heard what you said, but I couldn't figure out you were just talking or you had some question.
Okay. So my question is basically,
How can we start in 2025? Is it?
yes,
Okay.
2025, whether I should start with SMA or I should start with Jetpack Compose.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would suggest start with when if you someone is starting in now Android development, I would suggest start with XML and just try making some UIs with the XML, and then I mean the thing which can get better and keep building on with some type of excitement. So that is a UI. So for the UI, I would suggest first go with XML because XML is I think we can uh, build a more good UIs at the start at the beginner level with XML, and then you must shift to Jetpack Compose after let's say 5 to 6 months working with the XML UIs. Then I would suggest someone should start with the Compose because Compose is the UI, and now going forward, I have also already stated that we'll be using Compose itself in all of our upcoming tutorials. So yeah, Compose is the future. So Compose is a must now, and yeah, also Aviraj have asked me to tell about my Android journey. So yeah, speaking about that, I have started my Android development journey because in the my when I was doing my bachelor's degree, so that time I have started my engineering, start my app development journey. So in my first year, I have started building applications. My first application was a jokes application in my regional language, that is Marathi. So that was first application, which has just it was just a static application where were just a text views and list view. At that time, we were used to use the list view, so that was just the text and that was just a static application. So I had launched that, and after launching that, then the first first struggle came about how to upload that app in Play Store. So that's where real challenges started coming in, and that was thing which I wanted desperately. I wanted to build an application and share it on a global platform where I can publish and share my creation with the world. So the first was to pay the developer fee, that is a $25 of one time. So I was not able to. I mean, I was able to afford the $25, but for that, only few banks debit cards were accepted by Google Pay. So ICICI Bank was the first, ICICI and Axis. So two banks were there. So and they had a minimum limit of maintaining balance of 10,000 rupees. So I was not able to do that, but somehow it got work, and I got a flexible account with the minimum balance maintained. So and I could get that debit card and then finally open a Play Store and publish that application. So it was in year 2015. So that was my first application published. I didn't had any thing about. Let me Just give me a second. Yeah, I think you can see better now. So that was my starting point in 2015. I have started. So it's come near about 10 years now. I am in app development, and at that time I didn't started making professional, and I am not very well with the Java as well. So I have just started building application, and a lot of errors. I didn't knew what were the errors, how to resolve them. I just focused on getting the required thing first, which I wanted to build an app. If something challenge comes, I just search on the Stack Overflow. ChatGPT was also not there at that time, so I just search, and after some back and forth, I get some solution, and I started building things together. So when I publish this application, every time I go to my college and come back twice a day, I used to check how many people are downloaded, how many people have retended that my app on there. So that was the first, and then I started looking for a local market. I went to different coaching classes owners, so to grab which the businesses which provide tutorial things, this coaching. So I went to them, which were in my local city. I went to them and I asked them if I can build an app for them. Some of about 90% of them just say no. So yeah, the rejection do comes anytime first. So, and yeah, there were some 10% of people which supported me and my work, and they also built an apps from me. So, and that thing they put one by one requirement onto me, and then I came to know what the market needs. So that's basically a one thing that we should all care about, that what market needs. And then I started building app that way, keeping the user perspective in mind. So that was the one game changer for me. Then I also focused on my personal applications as well. Then I started doing this more often, and at the end of engineering I had near about 7 to 8 applications of my own on Play Store. I didn't stop there. I started my masters as well. So in the masters, I have done 2 years of masters. So there also I have continued, and I did a project of the application app, Android app itself, during my masters. So, and after that, I started my professional journey, IT journey, and I went to one MNC, and then I went to another company, and then now I am again shifting to third company. So yeah, this was my journey, and yeah, about this side work basically. Then I started about YouTube, about the not YouTube channel. The first I started my own website. So in the at the end of the second year of my engineering, so I thought that I should also share my knowledge, what I have, whatever I had. I didn't have that much of knowledge but that time, but it was just my willingness to share. So I started my own website that was named as Technopoints. So if you have been longer member of this group, WhatsApp group, so you must know that name, Technopoints. That website is still live, technopoints.co.in. So on that website, I have started sharing the YouTube Android tutorials, and also there are some PHP tutorials on that as well. So yeah, that's how that website is still live, but I am planning to migrate that website to my now custom domain, AshishMobileDev.com. So the changes I'll uh, share with you shortly. And then I'm still running. I'm not actively working on the website right now, but that website is still running since that time, since I think 2017. And then I started YouTube channel 2 years back. So this is our June month. Yeah, in the May, I have completed 2 years of my YouTube journey. So no matter how much subscribers I have, but I have great people like you who are resonating with me. So that's my real win, I think. So, and I started YouTube channel, then I started publishing tutorials. Now it's been 2 years for that. That's about my journey. I hope you got how I came. No more question. Okay. Okay, degree pass out. I passed in my degree in 2018, bachelor's degree, and masters I have passed in 2020. Yeah, Michael, you are actually making the notes, so that's so much of what mistakes did you make early in your career that wish you avoided? Yes. So coming to mistake, my one of the biggest regret is that I have started this YouTube journey and sharing things late. So after completing my bachelor's, I was pursuing my master's and I was at my home in my hometown. So I had some spare time that time as well, where I uh, used to go outside, go with friends, something stuff like that. Other than that, if I have started YouTube that time, then I could have reached more lives, I believe. So that is my one of the big regret. And one more thing, yeah, one more thing that when I went to any client to gather the requirements to make my proposal of building applications. So that time I was going to gain, keeping in the mind that I want to make this person as my client. But that's a one biggest mistake I was doing. So we need to think what we are going to offer to clients. So that's what I mean. That time I realized, and that things I now avoiding. What the right things should we do? Should we do that? I am going to do. I am implementing in my current. So that is the one learning. That is the second learning which I have. Yeah, thank you, Viraj. Is it required to learn Java before learning Kotlin? Uh, I believe it is not required, but it will be better. I would recommend to learn Java because Java is the base. Actually, Kotlin is also based on Java. So, but Kotlin has much improved things, null safety and good syntax. It can, uh, I mean, it has a good syntax. So, but still, Java is everywhere. So you can make almost any software with Java. So I would recommend to learn Java as well. If someone knows C++, will it help in learning Android? It might be because I have heard something like NDK and the things. So in that, I think C++ can help, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, as we have already discussed this topic, I have built one application as well in my early days. So there was a one application I have downloaded for the practice of C programs. So that application has the one thing that we can write our program and run our program and build a direct APK file from that program. And that APK would just execute it like we just execute a program. Like when we run our program, C program, then we get a white text on a black background. So the way, and when we launch, and the same way that application used to work, after exporting the APK, if we install it in anyone's device, after clicking on that, the program internally gets executed, and that black screen and white text get displayed. So I have made one type of calculator app for that. It was, I mean, more beyond that additional subtraction. Yeah, there were four basic operations, but there was much more, like a square root, a square, and some other things as well was there. So that was also one. I was happy while building that. Let me know if I have missed any questions. Okay, Tausif fast. Could you please share some advice on how a fresher can successfully land their first job? Sure. So Tausif, I believe I mean, I have been conducting my one-to-one sessions related to Android development, how to start with the Android development, even if you haven't built any application, even if you don't have any knowledge, if you have some basic programming knowledge. I have built, I have conducted some sessions, one-to-one sessions for that, guided students for that, and I have also provided them some PDF of the roadmap journey in 30 days, how you can navigate towards becoming a good Android developer. Not a market-ready Android developer though, but you will be able to build apps, and yeah, you can showcase them in your resume. You can also add your Git repo in that as well. So coming to again how we can fresher successfully land their first job. Okay, so I won't be I'll be being very honest, because job market is now a bit more competitive. So yeah, you need to have some of your portfolio. So I always had this portfolio, so I recommend you to build some applications of your own. If you want to work as an Android developer in the industry, then you should build your application on your own. Try building, whether it doesn't needs to be something more different, but it can be anything, but it should be created by you. It can be a calculator application, it can be a to-do list application, then that you can build, and you can host that application somewhere, or you can also make a upload that on the Git, and you can put that Git project repo in your resume, and it will help you to grab recruiters attention there. Many times this has happened with me, that the recruiters were seeing my portfolio, and the whole interview just went on how I learned and how I built that application, what things I use that, and that most of the interviews were successful. They were ready to hire me. So that's I think showcase portfolio. This matters in nowadays. Yeah, 404 has also asked which degree. It's a Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science, and then I have also pursued a Master's of Degree in Computer Science itself. Okay, we are saying currently I am seeking for internships, but not that confident in Android because of copy paste from YouTube tutors and AI. Yeah, this is the this is the real challenge we now face. Can you give some tips that can help me to build some real world problem solving projects? So about the real world problem solving is that we need to search out what are the real world problems are, and at the starting level I have already mentioned, you don't need to solve actually real world problems. You can solve a small problem, you can create some calculator application, to-do list application. So and first make a to-do list application with simple, then integrate a room database in that, and if you get some API, you can also try connecting that with the cloud, and allow some notifications. So that different things you can try while building. And other than that, what I can say, yeah, so yeah, AI is now here, so AI is really helpful, but it can be our this career destroying if you just if we just copy pasted code from our AI. So there is no harm in copy pasting the code, but try to understand that code. And if AI is giving you a lot of code, then you just need to understand what this code does. Or you can just try, if you need to verify, just say I have built the calculator application, and I asked AI to chat GPT to give me a code. Okay, it will give me code. I'll just copy that code, paste it in my application, and then we'll check how, by running application, how it is working. So if it is working well, then I will dig into that code, and we'll check what this code does, what this actually means. If I don't get that, then I will ask ChatGPT what this code does, or I'll again search on the official documentation of Android, where we can get each and every details. So code understanding is more does more thing, I believe. So don't just copy paste blindly. Try to understand what your code does. Michael again, were you a PHP developer? No, I wasn't a PHP developer professionally, but yeah, I know PHP. I have built APIs with the help of PHP and MySQL database, and currently whatever my applications are running on the Play Store. So that uses that backend from the built with my PHP. So I'm not a PHP professional developer, but yeah, I know PHP. And soon I'm starting to learn uh, Spring Boot as well, so that it will help me to build professional APIs. We also have one our my friend in our group itself. So he knows Spring Boot well. So if he allows, then I can introduce him to you. Then he can guide that about. Ramya, just now I joined. Can you summarize a bit what happened till now? Okay, Ramya. Anyways, I am recording this meeting, and if you want, I can share the recording with you guys. But it is just going a chit chat. Uh, some people are asking about my career journey, so I have shared that, and about which degree I have passed, and some advices how a fresher should start about Android. So that's what we were discussing about. So if you want recording, then let me know. I will provide the recording. And yeah, this meeting will be just of 30 minutes. So you can anyways get the recording or ask questions. You have some about 10 minutes. Currently, which organization have you joined? Okay, that's the questions I was expecting actually. uh, Still, I don't feel it is the right time to reveal the organization's name, but I will reveal some details like it is a big product based company. Uh, it is a US based and it has 10,000 plus employees. And currently, I am working, I'll be joining the Pune office. And that company, uh, what other thing I can share? Uh, yeah, it is an MNC. That things I can share till now. Once I join there, I will check what the company environment is like that, if we are allowed to share it on public platform or not, and then I will share. I don't mind sharing it, but it just I don't want to get stuck in some type of company policies. That's it. I hope you understand that. Okay. Questions can I unmute and ask? Okay, Ramya, let me send your request to unmute you, and I have sent the request to check, and if you want you can also turn on your video.
Hi, Ashish.
Hi.
Okay, my voice is clear, right?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. So my question was, I started my journey with Flutter, and then after I worked with 1 year with Flutter, then I moved to a product which was in Kotlin. So like it has been 2 years since I like started working in the industry. So like I was like planning for a switch right now, but I was confused like because I worked with two things. I'm not confident with any of them. So should I focus on the Flutter development or Android development?
Well, that's actually depends on your interest, Ramya, and that will be completely your choice if whether to go with native and Flutter. But yes, even if you will go with native, then you still it will be good to mention you are a Flutter developer as well in your resume. So that will give you an edge about as compared to other applicants. And
See, as you have the experience, like can you guide me on which will be the best? Because if you see the Flutter, it is just a bubble. It is not a native, right? The frameworks will come and go.
correct.
See, I have seen like after a year, I tried to switch. Then like the package other companies are offering is quite low than my current package. So I thought this is not the correct time to move in Flutter. And like I'm not sure whether it will be existing in future or not.
Hmm. So yeah, I can understand your concern. Definitely, I think as per my research and as I think, native has a bigger life than all these cross platforms, because all these things are under the hood using the native. So it will be good if you go with the native, but if you again want to stay with the cross platform, then you can do that as well. But I would suggest you go with native, and don't release the hand of a cross platform, because cross platform can give you an edge, because you will be able to build both Android and iOS. And as far as you are going with the native, so for the native, it will always be the same. Now Kotlin is there, and now Jetpack Compose is there. So these are a long going things. So you can invest your time and efforts in this one. This has a good future, no doubt about that. And if you can keep sharpening your cross-platform skills as well. Flutter, and I have seen more companies now requiring the React Native as well. So these are the frameworks, as you said. They can be a bubble. Native is the thing which can last, and I don't see any time in near future that native will be completely banned and only cross-platform will be there. I don't see that. So you can go with the native.
Okay. And Ashish, just a small question. If I try to switch now in native, so like I have only 1 year of experience in native.
Mhm.
Okay. So which topics I have to cover? Because I worked on a old product, old SaaS product which was built from 2012. So most of the things there I was using are very old, not up to the mark. So, which topics I have to cover or how I should brush up myself? See, other than the company project, I work in a startup. So, other than the company project, I even didn't get time from past 2 years to work on something other than the company work.
Okay, so your work environment is very, you
Bit
have tight
hectic.
schedule.
Yes,
Okay.
it's not tight schedule, but it should be a tight deadline, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also struggled in this in my recent company as well. Yeah, so I have been asked this question by more people, like some topics to give. Well, I have created, I mean, that was 2 years back. I have created one PDF which contain the mostly asked questions, interview questions, along with the answers, and I can share that with you. Just let me know, DM me, and I will share that with you. But I will still prepare. I will still modify it to meet the whatever the things we need right now. So I will update it, and if you want, you can ask me. I'll share the whatever I have as of now.
Okay, see, because what happened as it was old, I don't have any helping hand who can help me to understand it. I
Hmm.
have a senior who is above me, but even he is occupied and he didn't got any time to help me. So whatever I do, mostly I use AI to understand and to develop.
That's
So it is
that's
like,
good approach. That's not a bad in that. And as long as
but
I
I feel foundations are not good.
hmm. So you need to brush up that as well, side by side. So don't
Yeah.
forget the basics. You need to brush up that as well. And as long as my help, so I will be always ready to help you guys. So I'll prepare what the list we should be preparing for the upcoming interview. So if you want, I'll share that existing one, and we'll update one and we'll share in the group.
Okay,
Does it
thank you.
work?
And if you have any like in tips on how can I find the job easily, because because in the Microsoft I have seen an opening for the Android development and I applied through referral, but I don't know why most of the companies are rejecting in the upfront because everyone requires 3 plus and 4
Well,
plus.
sorry to interrupt you, but we have a limited time. That meeting is based on a free plan, so it can end any time. I think 5 minutes are remaining. But still, if answering to your questions, these are the FANG companies, and FANG companies require a DSA. So even I have given the Google interview, and I don't mind sharing it here. I have failed on the DSA first round itself. My DSA is not that much good. So you need to prepare a DSA for that first. Yeah, they have opening for other technologies as well, but before going to technology, first they will check your DSA skills. So first, if you want to get into FANG companies or bank, then you need to sharpen DSA. That's the first step you can take. Okay. Yeah, my pleasure, Ramya. Michael, again, what's your learning routine like today? Do you still watch tutorials or just read docs? I do both, but mostly I won't mind admitting it. I still watch some tutorials, and because if you want to grow, then I don't think we should be shameful about watching others tutorials. So we need to evolve, we need to grow as a community. So if someone is putting a good tutorial, then there is no harm in watching that person, because he has more knowledge than us. He already knows what we wanted to learn. And yeah, that's, I still watch YouTube tutorials, and I read the docs as well whenever needed. And also I purchase some of the paid courses as well. Till now, I have invested near about 3 lakhs on my self development. So yeah, that investment you need to make on yourself to make yourself better. And I am still learning. I still learn, whether the resource is paid or free. I use that. Uh, what is the interview process and requirement to crack a product-based company job? Okay, again, that the same thing. If you want to want a if you mean mank company by that, then you need to have a good DSA skills, not much strong, but decent DSA skills you need to have. So that's a primary requirement they have. For my current company, I am fortunate that they asked a DSA, but not that much. But so I was able to crack that, and they were focusing more on how I structure the code. So that's how both the interview was based. So they have given me some model, some class in the Kotlin, and they wanted me to add some more features in that. So I have added that, and they were expecting. I met their expectations, and that's how all things went well. I had total 4 rounds in my this upcoming new company in the interview. I think only 2 minutes are left. So I just wanted to thank everyone for joining here. Yeah, questions are coming, but in meeting might end abruptly. So that's why I wanted to thank you everyone first for joining and asking me question. I didn't have expected, but I was expecting just I'll be here and no one will come. Only 1 or 2 people will come and we'll end up the meeting. But that didn't happen. So thank you so much for all your support. I thank you. I appreciate all your support. Thank you so much. Okay, 404. While try YouTube live, as this was my first AMA, I need to get used to of these things. If you ask, I will try that as well, because YouTube will retain the recording if it didn't go well. That's why. Okay, quick question from Michael. What keeps you motivated to teach and build even after so many years? That's just my passion. I like to teach and build things as well. My Android development journey itself started because I didn't wanted to, like in the practical. We just have been given some program to. It already came a notification. Okay, so I don't like you. Just I wanted to build something that we can actually call it software and people use that. So that's what my passion is. And then I started doing these teaching things, and I got more interest in this one. So I'm continuing that. It's just a passion, because if I had been only for money on YouTube, then I wouldn't have survived these 2 years. Which books, YouTubers, or courses do you personally recommend for serious Android devs? YouTuber, I will recommend Philip Lackner. He is the best #1 Android developer. He is in Germany, so you can refer him as well. I refer him. Okay, I'll share the recording link in the WhatsApp if possible.